gavel's on the back, but okay, the meeting is officially in order. Come to order. Good morning, everyone, again, and welcome back to our February meeting. This was an exciting weekend. It had 4 special occasions. It was Valentine's Day, President's Day, Lunar New Year, and also today is Carnival. So, and Lent begins tomorrow. So that's kind of an exciting thing to think about. And we went up yesterday to the west side to this wonderful place called Italy. It's a Mario Batali used to be, and Joe Bastianich place. And it was a very nice lunch. And I felt like I was I was out of the country. I felt like I was released, yeah, which was good. It was good to be out and about with my mask and my first vaccine. So there you go. Before I go any further, I want to remind you, you may have seen that little pop-up that said we're being recorded. If everybody wants to continue, they have to click yes on that, and we'll go from there. I want to thank Dan for setting up this webmaster, as our webmaster, for setting up all of our technology. It's been fun. We're recorded and it goes on YouTube, and that's used for people who haven't been able to get to the meeting. You can go back and review it, and number 1 and number 2, to enjoy the program without going to the meeting, so they can enjoy the program as well. Dan, did you want to talk about the protocols for our meeting, please? You're on mute.
Here.
Dan, there you go. Yes, our webmaster on mute, right?
So I've shared this before, that if you have a computer and you're muted and you want to speak, you just press the space bar and then you can unmute yourself while you're speaking. And then I always forget to do it.
Yeah, right.
So we do ask everybody's getting used to the Zoom meetings now, I think. But for those that are still a little unfamiliar with it, we do ask you that you mute yourself. We're on what they call speaker view. And so the person that is speaking is the one that is on the camera. And the way Zoom works, if your telephone rings or your dog starts barking or whatever, the camera goes to you. And so it's not so much a big deal during the meeting because people ask questions, but especially during the performance, we want everybody to remain muted so that we can watch the entire performance and get that recorded. That's about it.
Good.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Glad to see everybody here. Big turnout today.
Yes, there is. And I know there's the draw would be Yee. I'm sure she is the reason why. But I do want you to know there are some new faces here, or new names that I see without faces, but new names. And this is the Friends of the Murrieta Library. It's a very energetic group of men and women who volunteer their time and efforts to support the Murrieta Public Library. And since 1996, since its inception, we have raised over $1 million, 850,000 of which, over 850,000 of which has gone back to the library to provide special programs. And I think we've all enjoyed those programs as well. So moving right along, Evelyn Dial is our secretary, please, with the minutes.
Okay. Yes, could I please have a motion made to accept the minutes from the last January 2021 meeting as corrected?
So move, please.
Anybody make a motion to accept them? Nancy? Okay, Nancy makes a motion. Anybody second?
Second, please. Okay, Gloria, thank you.
Gloria, okay.
And any discussion about them? The discussion would be that we provide 1 board member and ask 2 members from the membership who have attended the meeting to proofread the minutes. It makes it much easier than trying to send them out to the entire membership and then bringing them back, and especially under these circumstances with the Zoom. And so they have corrected the minutes, and so there is. May I ask for a call for your vote? All those in favor, please raise your hand. Say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, aye. Good. And opposed, nay? All right, good.
And I did get 2 volunteers, Leela and Mary Lou, said they would audit this meeting's minutes for me.
Okay, terrific. Thank you. Thank you, Mary Lou and Leela. Good, thank you. The ayes have it, and we're accepting those minutes. Moving on to the treasurer's report, Carol Carson is our treasurer. Carol?
Our beginning balance in January was $23,813. The bookstores and the internet are bringing in money. You'll get more from them, from the bookstore managers. We had no outstanding or exceptional expenditures other than our normal ones. And our ending balance was $26,636. So in spite of COVID, we're hanging in there.
Good. Thank you very much. Carol also does our book notes, which is our bi-monthly newsletter. And it's online if you haven't got the January one, if you haven't caught the January one, and some past ones. All the past ones are on there, which are really interesting to read because it gives you a little history of the Friends of the Library as we progressed and move forward into the 21st century. Anyway, thank you. And we have a library update with Steve Herring, our librarian. Steve? Unmute, please, Steve. Steve, we can't hear you. Oh, there you go.
Oh, now.
Now you go.
Okay, good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Let's see, I've got a few things for you today. The staff is back working in the library 2 days a week. They've got us on A and B shifts. We don't have any opening info currently about when we might actually bring patrons back into the building. We're still waiting to hear from the city on that. I do have some mixed news, some bad news, some good news. Our lovely and wonderful Allison, our children's librarian, who has been out on maternity leave, has decided to extend her maternity leave indefinitely. She's found a job closer to home. The commute from Corona to Marietta that she's been making for years is just, it's not going to work for her and her new baby. So she will be ending her time with us at the library. Her last day is actually this Friday.
Oh, that's too bad.
Elise is working with HR to get that position filled as soon as possible. Allison has asked me to thank you very much for all the support you've given her, and given all of us, but given her in particular over all these years.
Well, we will miss her.
Let's see.
Yes.
Agnes, Catherine, and Ashley are actually they're at work and making a video of some of the things that Allison has done for us. So if anybody has anything like that, you can get it to Ashley or Agnes. We have set up our grab and go packets again. We switched from curbside to grab and go, where people actually walk up to the front door. That's been a big hit. We're already averaging, I'm thinking it's between 200 and 250 actual pickups a week. And that could be well into the thousands of books. We're getting a lot of people coming already. Excuse me. Ashley has started a library newsletter, which is something we've never had before. Let's see. Matter of fact, it'll be emailed out monthly. So it's for people that aren't necessarily active on social media. We can email it directly to you or to them. The children's department is doing a Black History Month art contest right now. People can just submit their artwork and they will be judged for a prize. We let's see. Oh, that's big news. We were awarded an $8,000 copycat grant to expand the library take-home kits that we've been doing since COVID started. So in addition to everything that you've already given us money for, we're going to be able to expand that to do at least another 24 take-home kits over the next several months. Starting, it's going to actually run between March and July.
Great.
Let's see. The last thing I have for you, I guess, is in line with that. Our ZipBook program has been a huge hit. We actually ran through all the money that they granted us for the whole year by from July to the end of December. We funded it ourselves for 2 months, and now we've been given another grant. They just told us last week that we've got another $5,000. So we'll be able to continue that. Just to give you an idea of what that looks like, since July, we've sent out over 1,300 books to patrons. directly to their homes. And the bulk of those, I would say, are children's materials.
Wonderful.
And nope, I'm sorry. I think that's all I've got for you guys today.
Thank you. That's a lot of information and a few things. Our best wishes to Allison, right? Yes. On her new role as, as mom and looking for a new job closer to home. And we will certainly miss her. We also, I'm so excited about people with the grab and go, because it makes people feel like they're really going to the library when they have to get out of the car and get their books. That's an awesome number of people to do that. I'm very impressed with that. Again, we're hoping everyone is well, everybody's healthy, and we hope to see them soon in person in the community room. Have a big
We
party.
can't wait.
I'm sorry. What?
We're all doing what we can with Zoom and this kind of thing, but all of us can't wait to see everybody in person. Miss you
Good.
guys.
Thank you. We miss you too. Thank you all for what you do. All right. Any questions about the library? Any further comments? Good. Good. We have 2 bookstores that are the basis of our funding for all this wonderful money that comes through that we can provide for the library. And these are staffed by volunteers, entirely by volunteers. And it amazes me how much dedication has been put through this. And we love them all. We love them all. Nancy Dixon has the corner store and Maggie Lott has the town square bookstore. So we'll have Nancy come up first for her update.
Membership.
Oh, sorry. Oh, yes, right.
Sorry,
Well, that's somewhere up here.
it's supposed to be before me, but that's okay.
Okay, well,
Okay, go ahead.
I have it down for number 9 after program. So sorry, go ahead, Nancy. You're
Oh,
on.
that's number 5. That's okay. Yeah, so the corner bookstore in the month of January, we were open 17 days. For those of you who don't know, we're open Wednesday through Saturday. We don't have enough volunteers healthy enough to do all 6 days. And so in 17 days, we made $6,710 gross. That's an average of $395 a day. Our pre-pandemic average was $275. So that's more than $100 a day higher. The expenses were $5,371 for a net of $1,388. I have been saying, the numbers speak for themselves. These numbers scream for themselves about what a great community services is. Our customers are just thrilled one after another. Thank you for being open. Thank you for being open. And so far in the 8 days we're open in February, just to know that we're still on the same track. We were averaging $495 a day, made almost $4,000 so far this month. We had one day $905. So that was a very exciting day, a record about equal to sidewalk sale days. Speaking of sidewalk sale days, normally we would have had one at the end of February, but with the way things are right now, that we can't be doing that. Right now I'm looking at probably the 2nd or 3rd week of April, if things keep improving like they have been. The way we did it in September when the COVID wasn't quite as rampant, but we were able to do distancing somewhat at that point because of the availability of the empty place next door to us. So we'll be playing that by ear. We'll make a decision by the end of March, so we'll know a month ahead of time, especially because Rita does such great publicity. We need to get that in ahead of time. So that's where we are. Right now, everybody's healthy. The volunteers, we have had 4 people with COVID, but fortunately they had not been at the store, did not expose any of us. They were all mild cases as it turned out, and they're all back and healthy again. Although one of them still didn't get her sense of taste back. But otherwise she's fine. That's Kathy. So thank you, everybody. And
Thank you,
thanks to all the
Nancy.
volunteers. Oh my gosh.
Job well done. All right, Maggie. Where's Maggie Blott? you ready to talk about the town square?
The internet, we made $758.88. Then we had expenses for $182.46. So the total earnings for the store were $576.42. Excuse me. So thank God and thank Dan, and they fixed our problem that we had with Amazon because we couldn't do anything on the store. The computer on this on Amazon wasn't working, so I think we could do that, and they fixed and they gave us. We were linked to the library, and I guess we are no longer linked. They cut it off, so that caused the problem, and then figured it out, and he put us on another line. So now we will be able to work from the store. We are trying to open today. Lori and Art are going to be working there at the store for the first time after all these 2 months or whatever. So
I missed that. Maggie, you're open on Tuesdays now?
we are going to be open on Tuesday morning. They're going to be doing from 10 to 1 every Tuesday. Now,
Good.
I tried to find somebody to do the afternoon, and they had the whole day. Well, I called about 10 people, and I didn't get anybody for this afternoon. So hopefully, I will be able to get some. Of course, some people wasn't going to come, and some other ones there I just had Tuesdays for golfing or Tuesdays for doing different things. But anyway, I'll try, and then I don't know, maybe if I get enough people, maybe we can open also on Thursdays because the library, of course, are open, not open, but they are doing the curbside.
People are there, right? They're
Whatever you call it.
right.
Monday through Thursday, Monday through Thursday. They're not there at Fridays or Saturdays.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Could we where's Dan? Could Dan put a little e-blast out to our members to let people know to let their friends know that we're open on Tuesday morning, and the sign will be up as with the new hours and whatever. We don't have, because if you open on Thursday, people come on Tuesday, so
Yeah,
it might work out as well.
Dan is going to put in something on the internet, but I have to find out if I can find somebody for Thursdays. So it's going to be only Tuesdays.
Right. Even if we start for Tuesdays, then people who come to pick up books will see the door open and the wagon outside, with the books on it, etc. So
It's another problem. Of course, there are only most of the volunteers don't have a key, so it has to be either Lori or I or somebody who opens and somebody who closes because
Right.
they don't have a key. So, but anyway, that can be worked out. And
Okay.
that is, Pat and I.
For those who aren't familiar with the town square and what's been happening there, because the library is closed, there's no foot traffic there, and it's kind of not very secure to be there alone. So we're glad to have, when the library opens, we open. When they open their doors, when people come by, it's good. Okay, we're happy to have not just the library open because it's the library, but also because it affects our town square bookstore. Thank you, Maggie. That's a lot of work to kind of control in and out, closed, not closed, open, closed, getting people, calling around. So appreciate your efforts.
So then
On program?
in the programs today, of course, we have Gigi Koo, the pianist, and she has a wonderful program on Sebastian Bach, and she's bringing some of her students, and Judy will be the introduction, the presentation. She has been a teacher for a long time here. She has a school at her house, so that is great for her because she can do it on Zoom. So in a little while we'll be hearing this wonderful concert. Then in March we have Kim Garish, who is the executive director of Michelle's Place. So we had her before, but now we have opened a new building in Temecula with many other services for the community. So she's going to bring us to date on the programs we offer. And for April, we have Jerry Westerson. She's a local writer. We have had her before too, and has served as president of the Southern California chapter of Mystery Writers. She will talk about both her old and her new published books, and she writes mainly medieval mysteries and paranormals. So that's it.
Good. Thank you. Both Judy, Carl, and Maggie have done a marvelous job finding performers and artists and writers who will provide a nice little program after we sit through this meeting. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Karen Nishad is our membership chair. Karen, please. Unmute. There you go.
I did. I
Okay.
just don't want to make any noise during somebody else's.
Got our hearts on.
So what we have today is pretty good news for the beginning of our, 2021 year. We have one family member who has joined us, and that would be Laura Cannon and Jackie Jersima, and they are Corner Store volunteers, and we welcome them back to our friends. And we have a support member who has joined us, Leslie Lamana, who we very much welcome her in her role as a support patron, as well as the library commissioner. And we have a third person. It's kind of a lot of people for this time of the year. Stephen Waddell is an individual person joining us, and I believe a Corner Store volunteer. I'm not 100% sure. I'm seeing Nancy nod, so great. All right. Also, I wanted to clarify for anyone who joins during the months of January through June, that their membership dues are not due until the following June. A whole year later, because June is when we ask everybody to renew and pay their membership dues. But if you just joined in January, February, March, etc., we would not ask you to renew with more money, just we roll you over until the following June. So that's how that works. And if you have any questions, you can always, well, I don't know who you could ask, because I don't know how we contact people anymore, but you can maybe ask somebody at the bookstore, and they could help you with that.
Are there membership blanks at the bookstores?
Yes.
Good.
There are always membership blanks, and they're online as well.
Great.
On our website. Yeah. Yeah. Our membership or our bookstore managers do a great job of getting people to join us.
Good. Good. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. So moving on. Yes, any questions? Okay. And at any time, if you have a question, please feel free to ask. I do the publicity as well, and it's been fun. And when you do this and you research the next program, the next presenter for the program, it's really interesting to find a little bit more about their background. And so certainly I found some things about Yi, and Kim Garish is next month. And it was 2 years ago that she that she spoke to us, and how much the center has grown, dramatically grown, to encompass not just breast cancer patients, but also other cancers of other types. So we look forward to seeing her speak about the growth of the center next month. I have also become an official member of Temecula Valley Women's Club. Okay. And because of that, I had a little picture taken and I sent that forward for the yearbook. And nobody will ever take Sandra Lucas's place, but I will be replacing Sandra as the liaison for Marietta Library and the Friends liaison. So
You're plugged in.
Sorry. Somebody say something? Okay. The Temecula Valley Women's Club has been very generous to us annually, and we thank them for that. So Pat and Sandra were the two main representatives from our group to that organization. So thank you for your work, Pat and Sandra. And I did send the letter out to the family, thanking them for, for Sandra's, all of her past involvement I thought it was a really good letter, actually, involvement with the Friends and Temecula Valley Women's Club. And So yeah, that letter went out this week. So anyway, moving on. And no special events, Pat? Questioning? Rhetorical question? What kind of question is that?
No, I don't have a report. No special events.
Okay.
They'll come back on. Thank you.
Okay. Good. Oh, I'm hoping. And any old business that we missed? Anything that anybody can remember? We like to keep this part of the program, of the meeting short, because we know you're anxious to get on to listening to you and our presenters. Any new business that I missed? If not, I will call for an adjournment. However, the meeting part is adjourned. Please stay on. If you were at our regular meeting in the community room, we will be having lovely refreshments. So we invite you to go and refresh your coffee and pick up your donut or whatever. And you can do that now. Please don't forget to mute. And we'll be back in about 5 minutes. Is that right, Judy? And Judy will introduce our speaker, our pianist and our guest performer today. Thank you all for coming. I'll see you on the 3rd Tuesday of March. I don't know. I did not prepare that date. I apologize. So anyway, the 3rd Tuesday at 10 o'clock via Zoom again. And thanks for your participation. Good. I'm going to mute off now. Okay.